Hello everyone, my name is Woody. Welcome to Helicon West. Glad to see you all. Thank you. Thank you for coming out on this snowy day, the first real snow we've had all winter. I appreciate everybody still coming out and showing their love for the written word. Yeah. So let's get started. Helicon West is an uncensored public reading series. We host published authors and community writers to showcase all levels of skill and craft. We welcome open mic readers. We welcome donations to keep Helicon West going. You'll find a sign-up sheet for open mic and bookmarks with a QR code link for donations at the coffee station in the back corner. Help yourself to some of that IBIS coffee. It is decaf, so don't worry about it keeping you up. If you do, please make sure that you get a lid for your cup so that we don't sully the carpet. Aside from that, Helicon West humbly acknowledges that we are here on the territory of the Northwestern Band of the Shoshone Nation. We are grateful for our sponsors and partners, Sugar House Review, the Logan Library, the USU English Department, Cafe Ibis, and many community volunteers. For information, interviews, and more, please visit our blog at heliconwest.wordpress.com. Tonight we have a little bit of a special event for you. Instead of our featured reader and open mic periods, we're going to have a program specially handed to you from our friends at the Stokes Nature Center. Kate will be heading that up, so let's have a warm round of applause for her.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Okay, so first I want to say thank you so much to Star, Woody, Joseph, and Chloe and Helicon West for having us tonight. My name is Kate Hunter. I'm the Director of Education at Stokes Nature Center. I wanted to give a quick introduction to Stokes Nature Center and the Big Read series, which is really why we're here tonight. And then I'm going to hop into the events. So we at Stokes Nature Center are here tonight as part of our Big Read series. Stokes Nature Center was awarded a Big Read grant from the National Endowment for the Arts. Yeah, which is so rad. And the purpose of that grant is to help connect people with nature through the written word. And we, in our application, were able to apply with the grant all focused around the book, You Are Here, Poetry in the Natural World. And we have tons of free copies in the back. Thank you, Anna. Anna's our community engagement specialist, engaging community actively. And we have many free copies of the book. I would encourage you to pick one up. They're really, truly beautiful, and I'm going to read a few poems from it tonight. Let's see. Each book also, there's the bookmarks next to the books as well back there that has a list of all the events. So we have tonight's event with Helicon West. We also have one January 22nd. The series goes all the way into July, so we're going to be doing all sorts of different series. We have a book club, we have a kids writing workshop, we have the next Helicon West is also a writing workshop, the one that we're involved in. We have an art exhibition, which includes prizes for art in different categories, which the submissions for that are already open, if you're interested. So we have a ton of different ways to be engaging with this book and with nature. I'll note you certainly do not need the book to come to any of the events. The main goal is simply to connect people with nature through writing. So if for some reason you forget your book and want to come to a book club, that's okay. We'll also have copies there. Tonight, Helicon West is letting us co-host a free write and open mic time related to this theme, Nature is for Everyone. To explore this, I'm going to read a few poems from this book that I'm hoping will get the wheels turning. Then we're going to take 5 to 7 minutes of free write time, so that's kind of fun and new if you're a long-time Helicon West person. I have some prompts that I'm going to be reading to help guide your writing. If you would like to share what you write tonight, great. We're going to transition into open mic time after that free write time. Or if you'd rather take some time, you can hold on to what you wrote and bring it back to our next Helicon West that we're co-hosting January 22nd. On January 22nd, we're also going to be doing some free writing under the theme Nature is Everywhere with some time for workshopping followed by open mic. Okay, that's a lot of information. Here's the short version. I'm going to be reading some poems and we're going to have free write time, then we'll go to open mic. For open mic, we have the sign-up sheet in the back if you want to sign up. You're welcome to sign up there anytime tonight. Now, I'm going to start with our first poem, which which is on page 17. If you have the book on you and you want to read along. And if you want, plenty of copies in the back. So the poem I'm going to be reading is on page 17, and the title is Nature, Which Cannot Be Driven To. To drive to it is to drive through it. Like a stalker, it is in the back seat of the car. It's in the passenger seat and the wires of the radio. You want to think of it as a destination, a 2-week break from purchase power. That you've purchased much to get here, certain shoes with certain soles, like an exile in a self-made skiff. In the middle of a tortured sea, nature is what you have done to it. Nature is you and the doing to it, and your platitudes and the wishing. And the wishing you could do more or could have done more, could have done, a part of speech referred to as a modal of lost opportunities. Nature is the parts of speech, having learned them and having forgotten them. It is the singular pronoun you looking in the mirror, realizing you could have done more to hold on to your beauty. Who are you kidding? You were never beautiful. There was nothing to hold on to. Nature is how you were born, with the birthmark that blazed when you cried, centered right between your brows. Like a bullseye. There was a time, you want to say. You fed apples to horses through barbed wire fences. You slept for nights on end in a fishing shack built on a pier, in the middle of a pond deeper than anyone could calculate. You knew where the morels grew and the watercress, which you pulled and ate without embellishment. What did it taste like? It tasted green. Nature is this sort of nostalgia. It is human nature, how you parse and equivocate your selective memory. The tilt of your sentences. Without habitat, nature encroaches, stripping the pods from garden peas in the suburbs. If you have the guts to walk at 3 a.m., you will see whole antlered herds under the stars, chewing and peeing at the same time. And watch the pea stream in the induction light of street lamps. Foxes hurry down sidewalks as if they are late for a meeting, counting their steps, a number which will legitimize their presence on the planet. No wonder their smiles are self-satisfied. Rabbits leap in patterns across boulevards named after trees. There is something in suburban rabbits that has evolved toward wickedness, their tails like an implement developed for hospitals to mop up blood. Nature cannot be redeemed. It is your wish to redeem it, to set things right. It is the impossibility of redemption. It is the lover walking out, their self-justified gate, as they disappear through the tunnel of flowers.
So good.
So good. Yes. So in our theme tonight, I'm going to come back to it. Nature is for everyone. One reason I picked that poem is I love the idea that nature is something you can't drive to. It's within all of us. And I want to read one more. It's quite short. It's on page 43. It's called Letters. I'll wait a bit for people to get there since it's so short. Excellent. I love this one so much. Rain has eaten 1/4 of me, yet I believe, against all evidence, these raindrops are my letters of recommendation. Here is a man worth falling on. I love that. I love it so much. I love the idea of just existing is enough. Okay, that's what tonight is all about. Okay, we are gonna get into our free write time. So you may have seen I have some notebooks in the back. Go ahead and go pick one up and a pen, or if you have your own, or if you want to write in the book, all of that is fine. But we're gonna be spending 5 to 7 minutes on totally quiet free time. And I'll talk about the prompts once I see people are ready to hear the prompts.
Oh, and also, Kate, during open mic, if people have brought something already written, they can send it to
Absolutely,
you.
yeah, thank you, Star. Yes, if, I assume many of you brought something you have been working on and you'd like to read that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, read that. You're welcome to read what you write about in open mic. You don't have to. Lots of good options. Okay, I'm going to read our prompts. There's no grading how well you stick to the prompts, so no pressure. Like I said tonight, the theme is nature is for everyone. So I have some options. Option 1, what appeals is scary, worrisome, or exciting to you about human nature? That's one. And then another one is, what do you feel about humans and nature? I'm going to read the first one again. I'll read both again. What appeals is scary, worrisome, or exciting to you about human nature? You can also obviously just pick one of those. And what do you feel about humans and nature? Okay, thank you, everyone. I'm hoping that unlocked something for you. I'm going to remind you we have our open mic sign-up sheet in the back. So as I'm going through this, feel free to go sign up. Next, we're going to be doing our open mic event. I'm going to be announcing groups or readers in groups of 3 as we go. And I mentioned this before, we'll say again, if you'd like to share what you wrote in your free write, you're more than welcome. You're also welcome to hold on to it. Bring it back. Each reader will have up to 7 minutes. If they go past that time, they will politely be clapped off. If you do not wish to be recorded for a YouTube archive, please tell us before you read. Any questions? No? Okay, I'm seeing we have some sign-ups. Great. Okay.
It helps to bring it forward.
I love this. Yeah, this is very helpful. I'm going to find out who our first 3 are. Okay, our first 3 readers are Ronald Jensen, Woody, and Denise.
Anyone else?
So we'll welcome up Ronald.
Anyone else? Okay, cool. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Ron.
There's 19 shootings. One was in Salt Lake, another in Michigan. These things need to stop. It's been what I told Nana. It was a great 12 years working with you. Made a great team. That matters too. We were good cleaning the tables and helping the kids. The something that you're doing, that's what we did. I enjoyed knowing you. You were the best. You were a great coach for being a healthcare. Now, you're eating hard with your mate, but you'll be missed. And you're okay.
Hi everyone. I'm actually just going to read what I wrote for that little free write period. It's pretty short, just thoughts. All right. It was a response to the prompt, what do I feel about humans and nature? I feel humans are a paradox, both the tree and the herbicide. We beg for freedom and bark commands in the same breath. We fight for peace and oil with the same army. We kill a man to protect another. We put down the horse with the broken leg. We cultivate one plant with water, nitrogen, soil, space, light, and air, but rip the dandelion up by the root. Where, I wonder, does the line between a forest and a garden truly lie?
Yeah.
Hi guys.
I Denise.
Okay, I'm going to read what I wrote, and then I also brought 3 small pieces. So, yeah. I just wrote in response to the snow today. Yay! Snow! So be careful walking on the sidewalk. There's a lot of guys out there. Okay, this is no title. This is what I wrote. Under a low ceiling of soft gray, snow adorns every surface with downy piles of lace edging, a white collar across the rose vine, a lavender cap on black echinacea pods. On the distant hills, a pale rumpled blanket. I step out into the bluing, muffled morning. Filled now with purple shadows, split hoof prints stroll down the sidewalk heading west, to who knows where. And lately I've been writing about old memories in my family, which is odd because I've never done it before. So we'll see what happens with this. This is called Antidote. When we were young, my sister and I pretended to poison ourselves in front of my little brother. We lamented that our parents did not love us because we always seemed to do everything wrong. Green and red food coloring made water look dark and ominous. We held small juice glasses filled with that stuff. We chugged the dark liquid, dropped the glasses, clutched our throat, fell through the floor writhing. My brother burst into real tears, giant sobs breaking his heart as he cried out, "But I love you, I love you." A miracle happened then. We sprang back to life, throwing our arms around him. "I love you is the antidote," my sister said. "You saved us." All these years later, I know it's still true. Love is the antidote. Okay, and this is called my youngest brother. I have 3 brothers. This is 2 older, 1 younger. Okay. My youngest brother. He hooks up the winch to the front axle of the crushed car. The front tires resist movements locked up in the crumpled wheel wells until slowly they give as winch drags the car onto the tilted flatbed. The back wheels roll over dark skid marks. The trunk lid pops open, bobbing slightly as the cable strains against the weight of the wreckage. Blue smoke of his cigarette encircles his head, causing him to squint. The car comes to a clanking halt at the front of the bed. He reaches over and turns the winch motor off. He throws the strap over the smashed hood of the car and pulls it tight on the other side. Drawing heavily one more time, he tosses the last of the cigarette aside, climbs into the cab and slams the door. The wrecker roars to life, gears grinding as he releases the brake and drives away. Once again, I watch the taillights blink out in the distance. Okay, and I have one more. And this one's called She Doesn't Know I Knew. My father traveled for his work. He was gone 2 or 3 weeks per month, including weekends. During the days, my mother was busy being a mother, but at night she could be herself. With the house full of sleeping children, she would sit at the kitchen table smoking. From the radio cassette player on top of the refrigerator, Bobby Hatfield crooned my mother's loneliness into being. The notes of unchained melody, freeing the sorrow from her heart. In those long, dark hours, time went by so slowly. In those dark hours of longing, she sang softly, "I need your love, I need your love. Godspeed your love to me." With eyes closed, she dreamed of swaying in my father's arms, his love true and unwavering, her heart reassured. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much. That's really beautiful. Our next 3 are Jan Urug. Sorry, thank you. Statler Hale and Lilia Carly. Okay, all right, let's welcome Jan first. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, Jan. So I'll read the little thing I wrote tonight, and then I have another piece. So this just says, nature is silent, and at times cacophonous. Nature is smells, some earthy, some wet, some odoriferous, some clean. Nature is monochromatic, but also teeming with a multitude of color. Nature is fresh. After a rainfall or a strong burst of sun, nature is rank at the time of a decaying season. Nature is hope that the world will heal itself. This piece is called Stitches. I'm sitting in the Instacare emergency room with my daughter and my 2 granddaughters, ages 5 and 10 months. The 5-year-old has split her lip open and needs stitches. It's 4 p.m. on a Sunday, and my daughter has called me to meet her there to help out. I am pleased that she called and glad to help out. The intake nurse does a cursory, "How did this happen?" and is satisfied with my granddaughter's response, with some input from my daughter. My granddaughter explained that she was watching TV, DC Supergirls, and had taken the cushions off the sofa to build a fort and consequently fell off. I'm sure she was jumping, and hit her lip on the coffee table. The on-call doctor is extremely kind and good with children. After he examines my granddaughter's lip, he explains that he will have to put in stitches since it is a deep cut. I ask if they will be the kind that disintegrate on their own, remembering how getting stitches out can be as painful as getting them in the first place. He says, "We'll see." He proceeds to explain what he intends to do. First will be the numbing shot, which he explains will hurt for 10 seconds. At this, my granddaughter freaks out and will not let that happen. The next route is a numbing solution that will be taped on her lip. The only problem with that is it will need to be applied 3 times at 20 minutes a shot. This adds quite a lot of time to the visit. Somehow my granddaughter gets the impression that the numbing bandage and time that it takes to take effect is all that will be needed. She's done. When the doctor comes back to put in the stitches, she freaks out again. They have to put her in one of those papoose contraptions that totally restrains. This is where grandma kicks in. I get to hold the 10-month-old while my daughter holds the 5-year-old who's screaming bloody murder. She ends up getting 3 stitches, and yes, the doctor decides to use the kind that disintegrate. Afterwards, she gets an otter pop, purple, which is her favorite color. 1 hour and 50 minutes later, we were on our way out of there. While we were in the waiting mode, I reminisced with my daughter the time I had to take her into the doctor's office for stitches. She was 6 years old, and my other daughter was 2. I had just recently moved to Logan and was a single mom. First thing upon arriving in the new town, I secured a pediatrician, and we had already made an inaugural visit, so they knew me. Upon arrival at the doctor's office that day, they separated my daughter and me and grilled, I mean literally grilled, us as to what happened separately. I explained that she'd fallen out of bed and split open the area under her chin. Since it was deep, I thought it may require stitches. The questions that were asked of my daughter were more in the vein of, did your mommy hit you? Had your mommy ever hit you? And do you have any bruises? And are you ever left home alone? No kidding. I didn't know whether to be totally upset or grateful that they were being diligent. I decided to be indignant. In reflection back to that day, I still don't know if my treatment was a result of my being a single mom or just a product of the 1980s environment. However, I was extremely relieved and yet a little jealous that my grown daughter did not have to experience that on the doctor visit with her daughter.
Hey, good evening. My name's Stowler. This is my first time coming to anything like this.
Hey, welcome.
Keep coming.
Yeah, so having fun so far. So the piece is untitled. I come from a background of writing lyrics and things for music a lot of the time. So this was a couple years ago. I was experimenting with a lot of different cadence and meter and things like that. So walk where the dawn gathers soundless and cold, wandering dewdrops of silent and gold. Holds of the wise, wooden companions to time, hoping that all may remain. Ravens grow hushed at the sound of the brush, breathing the green of the woodland away. Light in the pines overhead, swimming through branches in summer and some in the dead, calling my name on the wind, sawgrass and evergreens hiding the orange and red. Feeling the heartbeat of life in the ground, nature a limitless, villainous round. Rays turn to liquid and trickle and slick, fading to yellow and draining to brown. We the survivors of day, one with the night and its sway, over and over and over again. Quiet, dissolve, and decay. Black now, the timeless and only display.
Nice.
I'm Leah, it's also my first time.
Hey, welcome.
This is something I wrote, thank you. This is something I wrote on a solo little camping trip by a fire. I feel the most free when I'm fleeing into the woods, seeing the pavement turn to dirt, smelling the trees, and feeling the light breeze. I am myself once I see the flicker of a fire. My worries fade into nothing. I can hear the leaves rustling. I love when the fire turns into coals. It dims just as I do. Heat still lies beneath. All it takes is one swift breath to ignite the fire again. I see myself in the burning logs. I find myself longing for that one swift breath.
Okay, you can have me.
Okay, great. And do you want to be last, or do you want to? Sure. Okay, cool. That's important. I added myself as well.
Okay.
Okay, next we have Bonnie, Reader, Bill, and then myself.
Okay.
It's also my first time.
All right.
This is a poem I wrote a while ago, but I thought it went with the nature theme of today. The title is the storm coming or going? We start counting when we see the flash. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Calculating that light travels faster than sound, we reason if the storm is coming or going. Birds must learn this math as well. Chirp 1,000, trill 1,000. It is even more relevant for them living next door to the sky. We shiver together under blankets and under leaves. 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Watching 1,000, waiting 1,000, and pacing our panic to the rush of the rain. The birds are eerily silent. Do they count in their head? Have they muted their math? Are they shaken by what's coming or what's going? The door to the sky thunders open. At some distance, a truck engine rumbles. A rain gutter rolls, a screen door clamors, and kids squill onto my lap. After the storm is 1,000 miles away, I hear the birds conferencing out loud, multiplying, counting, predicting. Tweet 1,000, coo 1,000. Something happens when the sky is rent. Something that comes after the flash and the thunder. In thrilling anticipation, we count. 1 1,000, sing 1,000.
So I lived in Europe, and being the total idiot I am, I volunteered for lots of things I shouldn't have, like researching hedgehogs. So when you're gonna go research hedgehogs in Europe, the first thing you gotta do is have the guys with the metal detectors come along, because everywhere in Europe there is ordnance left over from every war since the time of Moses or before. So they do their thing, ground, trees, up in the air, because you might not know what's caught in the shrubbery. So you're crawling around. Oh, there's a little hedgehog. You grab them. They're pretty mellow. They're not mean at all. They're easy to, I got one, give it to them. You crawl along small, oops. What was that? Oh, that was just a bird. Oh, I think I'm gonna back up really slow, because I'm pretty damn sure that's an adder. And then there's the odd helmet, some cooking gear, some indistinguishable piece of metal, sorry. And then there's the bones. Part of a jaw, a femur, an ulna, a radius. Is that a hip bone? But it's all nature.
I'm going to share what I wrote tonight. And I went with around, what do you feel about humans in nature? I feel sticky, like we're a bunch of sticks, a bundle of joy. And I wrote Chris's, so I can't read that one. We form baskets of memories, wants, and needs for others. We're a thatched roof, protecting our loved ones and keeping their warmth stable. We are palos, and that we're pals to all of our pals, and the parts that we love of them. We are bundled cells, plasma, animating us through our victories and our mistakes.
Nice.
And then I think and then, if anyone else, we can absolutely still have people signing up, but we have a star next. Let's use sign up.
Sure.
Yeah.
I will also read what I jotted down this evening, and then I have just a short piece that sort of has to do with nature as well, and with ourselves in nature, and nature is for everyone. Nature, which cannot be captured, cannot be driven. It drives through the human heart, nature, its hot red sap roiling and steaming through urban, suburban, rural arteries, turning its corners, rats and raccoons and chickens, deer and wild turkeys, golden coyotes on the prowl through each need to be warmed extremity. Nature never hurries, it never worries, it climbs and plummets, laughing in waters, in rivers, in snowfall, in breezes. It breezes through you. Lungs on fire with its roar of easy breath, its breadth and depth and fascination, driving. No gas, no diesel. It's clean, hot, real, and so are we. Here's this little piece called Name. This is my number 84 prose poem memoir that I wrote in Sean's Front Room Writing Group, and then I revised with Jack Remick's Rewriting Group. Name. Explaining a name. Explaining a life by explaining a name. The reason, the motive, the intention. Star. Not a star, but the name or namesake of star. Capital S1R, like a star in the sky. Not just star, the name, but the persona and the personality and the personhood of someone who chose to be star. Star. Changed from the names she abhorred, her married name added on to a childhood name she also abhorred, and so aborted. Wiped them away like blood when she became the person she was on her way to being. 3 names she chose to make a new name for herself. Made her first name a longer version of the name her parents gave her, Eileen. Spun her middle name of stars and sun and hid inside it the silent shine of moon. Starsun, S-T-A-R-S-U-N. Crafted her last name from cool mountain streams. Not a cool brook with double O's, double, but a C-O-U-L-B-R-O-O-K-E, a tumble of stone round vowels in their U-shaped stream bed, following a crisp, hard C, a K. Round stones, the double O's you might expect in a plainer name, with a la-ba-ra in the middle and a penultimate K, the letter K. A forked consonant emulating branches, bare branches on a slender tree trunk. And finally, the letter E, lowercase, the E of a lidded eye, the eye that looks back over the entire name with a heavy sigh, a sigh of too much explaining, or the sigh of a happy ending. This long new name she crafted had none of the traits of her old life, a life that oppressed and pushed down and flattened her. For years she had yearned, walking the mountains, gazing at stars as her life had unraveled. The stitches she fastened to keep her family together. She took a seam ripper to them when her husband dropped the last straw of infidelity and alcoholism at her feet. Her children were grown. She was at a dead end. No going forward except to break through the cul-de-sac, leave town, leave her old life. She had to start afresh as a new person with nothing to remind her of the old names she wore, the old ways. No longer oppressed and pushed down and flattened, she burst forth in the constellation of her name, and the melodic three-syllable first name and the sunlight second half of her second name burned off as she entered the atmosphere of her new life, so her name wouldn't take up more space on the page than the lines of her poems. Her name, the one she crafted from star, sun, sky, stream, river, mountain, the one she refined to reflect her new life, her new self. She's still becoming that name, that person, that star she chose.
What does she do? Oh, wow, that was beautiful. Does anyone else want to read? We've had many people read, so that's great. Okay, so thank you all so much. Let's give a round of applause to the people that read. Instantly, let's give a round of applause. Thank you. Helicon West, thank you so much to Helicon West organizing body and this audience. In case you didn't get enough, as I've already mentioned, we are going to be hosting a similar event on the 22nd.
Yes.
However, that event will also include time to workshop with each other. So if you liked this and want more time, come back. We hope to see you there. Last, please help us in stacking the chairs. And with that, thank you all so much.
Thank you, Kay.
Sorry.
Thanks, Joseph.
Just leave it.
Thank you, Joseph.